Hello and welcome to a Stakenet video. My name's Kurulumu and I want to introduce you to the latest implementation on the Stakenet cloud, which is Masternodes as a service. Now, Masternodes tend to be a little bit tricky to set up, especially if you have no knowledge of them at all. So what the Stakenet cloud does is it will set up your Masternode for you, it will maintain it, it will keep it running with the latest wallets, and if ever there's an issue, they'll inform you about it via email, so you don't have to worry about it, which gives you a bit of peace of mind. So the way it works is you'll follow the steps on the website, and we'll walk through those in a moment. And once your Masternode is fully set up, you do need to keep the collateral, which is the amount of coins required to run a Masternode within your local wallet. So you keep hold of those and you don't have to send it to the cloud. All you need to do with the cloud is load it up with a minimum of 150 XSN, and that will pay for your Masternode fees per day. So the thing about the cloud is any balance held on it will automatically generate staking rewards after 24 hours, which helps to mitigate the fees of the Masternode. It makes it even cheaper for you to run. And not only is that, anyone with no experience can jump in and use this service. So how about we jump straight in and create one now? Perfect. As you can see here, Stakenet is the only Masternode coin available on Masternode as a service right now. However, we are going to be adding more Masternode coins as time goes on. In addition to this, the cloud team are constantly going to be applying updates to the Stakenet cloud. Now, as you can see from here, in order to run a Masternode, you need 15,000 XSN, and this will be on your local wallet. And the fee to run a Masternode as a service is actually 15 cents a day. We've reduced the fee just for you. And this is going to be deducted straight from your cloud balance. So let's move to the next step. With Masternode as a service, we've given you clear instructions every step of the way on what you need to do. So you're welcome to follow those steps or use this video as a guide. What you're going to have to do now is open up your XSN Core wallet, which is the one on your PC. And you're going to open the debug console and input this command here. This will generate a legacy address for you to hold your Masternode collateral, which is that 15,000 XSN. So now you're going to open your wallet and go Tools Debug Console and input that Get New Address command. Where it says alias in quotation marks, you can get rid of the alias and quotation marks and put your own wallet name in there, such as MN01. And make sure legacy stands on its own on the side, as this is the command to generate a legacy address, which begins with an X. So what you can do here is copy this address, and then we're going to close the little debug console, and I'm going to show you how to view the address within your receiving addresses with your wallet. So if you go File, Receiving Addresses, you can see every address that you've created in your wallet. So close this now and go Send XSN. Input your new legacy address you've created, type in the amount of 15,000 for your XSN collateral. Do not use available balance or subtract fee, because you want exactly 15,000 on this address. Now press send, and it's going to send you over to the transaction tab, where you can see this blue tick. Initially it will be a blue clock, and you want to wait for that to confirm. Now right click and go copy transaction ID. And we're going to go back to the next step in the cloud. So as you've got your transaction ID here, just input it and go next step. Now we need to generate a new Masternode Gen Key. So copy this command here, go back to your XSN Core wallet, to your debug console, and just copy and paste the command in. Now it's going to generate a new Masternode Gen Key just for you. So copy this over, and we're going to head back over to the cloud. So paste this in, and we're going to go next step. So what the cloud's going to do now is it's going to generate a new output that you're going to put into your masternode.conf file. So it gives you all the instructions there. So if we just copy this over, and I recommend copying and pasting this into Notepad. Perfect. So I've got that there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change alias here to Masternode01. Okay, you need to make sure there is a space between your alias name and the IP address. So next we need to go to your XSN Core folder in roaming, but first off you need to make sure you've closed your XSN Core wallet for this step here. So if you don't know how to get to your XSN core folder in roaming, you need to go View, tick Hidden Items, and then you need to navigate yourself there via your C drive, Users, your username, App Data, Roaming, X and Core. Now we need to open the masternode.conf, so right click it and go Open with Notepad. Once your masternode.conf is open, we need to go to the previous notepad and copy the information from there, which is your masternode output, and paste it into your masternode.conf. So just copy and paste it in there, and now close it and save it. Okay, now we're going to go back to the cloud, and we're just going to complete the process by going next step. So on the next instruction, it says to open your XSN core wallet and let it sync to the chain. So let's open our wallet. Now I'm going to pause the video here whilst my wallet syncs up, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so my wallet is now fully synced to the blockchain. Now, word of advice, you need your wallet unlocked for the next stage. But if you don't have the My Masternodes tab, you need to go Settings, Options, and then the second tab called Wallet. Then tick the Show My Masternodes tab, press OK. If you haven't done this before, you'll need to close your wallet and reopen it. When your wallet does reopen, make sure it's on full screen and fully maximized. Now let's go to the My Masternodes tab to start your masternode. So once in there, click on your masternode, and we're going to press Start Alias. So once we've pressed that there, it's going to have a couple messages, press Yes and then OK. Now it takes between 15 to 30 minutes for your masternode to change from pre-enabled to enabled. To give you an idea of when you can expect your first reward, I checked the amount of masternodes on the network earlier on. Based on the amount, you can expect your first reward within 65 to 85 hours, and then it's a fairly constant reward after then. Now we're going to show you how can you check your masternode is running fine on the cloud. So if you go to the My Masternodes tab, you'll see this little green Wi-Fi symbol there. As long as that's green, it means everything's running absolutely fine. But should it encounter an issue, then you'll get an email notification letting you know. So let's summarize this here. What do you need to run a masternode on Masternodes as a service? Well, you need a balance of 150 XSN on the cloud at least. Now the fee is currently 15 cents a day, which is deducted from your XSN balance. Now if you keep a healthy balance on the cloud, then your staking rewards will help to mitigate the fees paid. And with the cloud, you keep the collateral of the masternode in your local wallet, and it's really simple to set up. If you've got any questions, please come join us in Discord, talk to us on Twitter. We'll be more than happy to help, and we can't wait to see you soon. Thanks for watching.